Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can get unlimited leads for your business. So how this is going to work is we're going to be using Apify. We're just going to take in an Apollo URL. Now Apollo is just a platform that has many contacts of many different people and companies. So what we're going to do is we're going to take in an Apollo URL. Preferably we're going to be filtering out what kind of niche, what kind of title we're looking for, the industry, and then what we're going to do is take this URL, take it into Apify. We're going to be using the Apollo scraper, and what we're going to do is we're going to integrate this directly into our Make.com workflow and scrape those leads and add them to a Google Sheet. Alright, so let's get started. So first thing what we need is we need a webhook. I'm just going to create a webhook here, call it YouTube. Next what we need, stop this for now, let's copy this address. Next, let's go to this. Now we need to go to integrations. I already have one over here, but I'm just going to disable that for now and add another integration. Next we go to the HTTP webhook. We want this to run when it is succeeded. Basically means when it's done. Copy this and come down here and save that. Alright, so now we need to change our input here. So this is going to be the Apollo URL. Come back to the scraper here. And let's run this. Now what we need to do is we need to actually save this and run this. So while we need to wait for this to complete running first. So as you can see, it found contacts here. So once this is done, it'll send all of our information to this webhook. So sometimes this can take a couple of seconds. But what we're going to do is then once this is done scraping, we need to actually get our dataset items. So just take a second. There you go. So now what we need to do is we need to go to Apify and go down to get dataset items. So you can pretty much leave all of this blank. Actually, I'm going to change this just to 3, just so that way I'm not using too many operations. And next what we need is we need the dataset ID. So if you go down here, you can get the dataset ID from default dataset ID. Perfect. Alright, so we'll save that for now. Now I'm not going to run the actor again, so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to copy the default dataset ID, which is this. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll just run this module, copy that, and there we go. So now we have all the information here. Now we just limit it to 3 people coming out. So now what you can do is we can add this to our Google Sheets. Or you know what, let's actually do something a little bit more fun. Why don't we make it so that way you can actually customize emails for us. So what we'll do is I'll select a model, which will be 4.0. I'll use 4.0 mini. And next what we wanted to do is we wanted to generate a customized email for the person that we want to outreach to. So first what I'll do is I'll say you are an intelligent and helpful writing assistant. Now we need to add another message, so we'll just say you are an intelligent outreach assistant. Your goal is to construct 5 fields. And then we'll say subject, an icebreaker, a elevator pitch, call to action, and finally a PS. So we'll just do this. Perfect. Alright, so now what we want to do is then we want to output in the following JSON format. So now what we want to do is we want to say subject, insert subject. Next we need our icebreaker. Insert icebreaker. Next we need is our elevator pitch. Insert EP. I should have really copied this down and just pasted it in here, but oh well. Next, our call to action. Insert call to action. And finally, our PS. Perfect. All right. Oh, it's missing here. So now what we actually need to do is we will need to run this first once. Unfortunately, unlike N8N, Make.com does not allow us to execute with previous data. So we will need to run this once again. But first, let's actually input our information that we gathered from Apify. So we'll go to user, say input, and we'll just give it all this information. So we'll just say name, title, let's just say organization. So we'll put in headline first. Headline, do city, country, and that looks about right for now. So we'll actually just put name, title, headline, name, city, and lastly country. Alright, perfect. So save that. I don't know, mix some stuff up. Alright, there we go, perfect. Now, as you can see, we have it in our JSON format, so this is exactly what we want, but now what we actually need to do, first I'll just copy all this, is we need to pass this into our JSON to parse it. We're going to parse in the result. Let's run this module. I'll just copy this, and there we go. So now we can actually access each field. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our Google Sheets. Let's go to add a row. So I'll just go to the spreadsheet we have. Apollo, there we go. So now it's going to pull up everything that we have here. So first I'll just go to our data we got from Apify. So I'll just grab the name, first name, last name. Let's see, email. Saw it here for a second. Yeah, there we go. Email, city, country, LinkedIn. So you can see there's a bunch of data over here that you can work with, and this is very, very valuable if you want to create personalized outreach. Organization name, organization LinkedIn. And you can just add all of this stuff. And now here's where it gets juicy, because now we can actually take in our icebreaker, our, oh, I don't have the other fields. So I'll just go back to here, go to actually subject, icebreaker, elevator pitch, and our PS. There we go, perfect. Now we're actually missing a call to action. And PS. Perfect. Alright, so let's actually refresh these fields. Go down here, so now we'll just insert our subject that we got from the JSON icebreaker, elevator pitch, call to action. And interesting enough, it didn't reset our, is it because I didn't exit out of there? Yikes. So just go back down here. There we go. Now we have our PS. Perfect. Alright, so you know what? Like, why don't we actually run this whole scenario again? So what we'll just do is just click run. And let's go back here and click start. So now this actor is going to start running, start scraping the results, and it'll take a couple of seconds, but then it will automatically send that data to our webhook, get our dataset items, create our personalized outreach, and then add it to our Google Sheets. Now you could also either automatically create an email, you can use that using Gmail, you can have it so that way you can limit how many emails you want to send per day. So as you can see now, we actually starting to have the OpenAI module creating personalized outreach. So I just did for 3 because we limited to 3 here. And you can see, there we go. Actually, what you would want to do is you would want to add some more customization here. Obviously, you're going to want to refine the prompt a little bit more. So some things I would add would basically add some rules. And never include the person's name in any of the 5 fields. Never include the field name. And then whatever you can come up with, you might want to make it a little bit more personable. Maybe provide it some templates for each sort of subject, so you can just go and add another assistant prompt. So basically allow it to follow a guided format, so it's not kind of going all over the place. But yeah, this is how you can create your own lead assistant or your outbound cold email assistant. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and maybe if you want some ideas, you can leave them down and I can try to make a video on that as well. Well, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.